Hello, my name is Andreas Andersson. I've been invited here to tie a couple of flies on the fly testing channel. Looking forward to it. Today I'll try and help you guys to be more consistent in your tying. I tie flies professionally. I tie basically every day of the year. And I tie for other people and sometimes in very large amounts, and they all need to look and behave and swim the same. So I need to basically make the same fly again, over and over again. If you prepare correctly, and by correctly I mean just making it easier for yourself basically, you'll find that your consistency will get a lot better and fast. A lot of the tricks I'm showing you today is something I learned from older tires, older professional tires, like AK Best and people like that that's been tying hundreds of thousands or dozens of flies, and it's always a good idea to prepare. Even if you're a hobby tyer and you're just gonna do 2 flies or maybe 5 or whatever for your own fishing, it's still a very satisfying thing to see that you can make all the flies look the same, and preparation is a big part of that. This is my CF bait fish, one of my first choices if I were allowed to fish only one fly. In this version I've added a tail of whiting feathers that will just flutter around a little bit in the back. Alright, so let's prepare this fly. We're going to start off with some feathers. These are whiting American hackles, and the feathers I'm looking for this size of bug is quite small, so I'm going to be looking down here at the base, and I want them to, I just want 2 feathers, just making sure that I can get 2 that are not broken and are similar in width and length, so something like that. That will be fine. I'm just going to collect those and have those ready for later. Next step of this fly will be just a pinch of bucktail, which will add a little bit of blue into this fly. So what we're going to do here is get a good pinch or clump like this and just get those short hairs out of there. Something like that. That will be perfect. And I will add some flash to this fly. This is lateral scale. I'll go ahead and grab 4 strands, snip, pop it in there, and just a little bit of blood in this fly. A little bit of red, holographic red. And making a mess, but it'll be fine. 2, and I can just stack them on top of the pearly ones. Next up is some craft fur. I've got white hair, and when you're working with craft fur, it always makes it a little bit easier if you can comb it out and get them all aligned. And if possible, a scissor with blunt tips and a long cutting edge will make this work a lot easier. So what I will do with the scissor first is just come in and pick out just the amount I want, squeeze it with my fingers, and then come in really close to the, it's not hide, it's a fabric, but really close to the backing, and collect all this craft fur, making sure that I got the butt ends here pretty much lined up. After that I can grab the tips and grab a very firm hold and comb out the underfur. If you want to bulk your head, you can leave a little bit of the underfur in there and tie it in. But this is going to be somewhat of a slim fly, so I'm going to take most of it out. Next, we'll do just the same with some gray craft fur. Just align the tips. Use that blunt edge if you have it. Otherwise, you can just use something else, like a chopstick. See, I can separate and be very, very accurate in the amount of craft fur I'm cutting from the backing right here. Line them up. Just manipulate that with your fingers. You see, line them up and it pops right out. So 5 materials. Besides that, I got some ice ready here. If I grab a couple more of these, and maybe I want to do a dozen, then I might have only whites in one and only grays in one. Because if I'm tying in the same amount in the same way when I'm tying the fly, I can be very sure that all the flies are going to look, and later when you fish it, behave exactly the same. So it helps with consistency a lot. And the second part of why I do it is just speed. When I got it all prepared, I can just go ahead and tie everything in and not have to reach for materials, go back, tie, reach for materials, put it back. I make all my prep work, so I'm ready to tie when it's when the hook is in the vise. I got all my materials ready, threads, scissor in hand, good to go. So that's why.